The Logic of Confrontation. The latest episode of Vladimir Solovyov's program offers a compelling example of how Russian state television is constructing a coherent interpretive framework for the war against Ukraine and the ongoing diplomatic processes. It focuses on negotiations around a possible peace plan, the role of the US and EU, and a rethinking of the very concept of peace. An analysis of the episode reveals several consistent semantic and propaganda strategies, aimed not only at a domestic audience but also, indirectly, at external audiences, including European observers. Peace as a threat, not a goal. The key logical construct of the program is that peace is presented not as a positive outcome, but as a potential threat to Russia's interests. Negotiations are depicted not as an attempt to end the war, but as a tool of pressure, deception, or a strategic pause advantageous to the adversary. In this context, any diplomatic initiatives, from discussions of territorial status to elections in Ukraine, are interpreted as elements of a hostile scenario, the purpose of which is supposedly to freeze the conflict on terms unfavorable to Moscow. Thus, the refusal to compromise is presented not as a political choice, but as a forced form of self-defense. Peace is only possible in one way, with the full acceptance of Russia's conditions, which are then declared immutable and enshrined in the Constitution. This allows any alternative proposals to be discredited in advance, without engaging in meaningful discussion. Firstly, there is no democracy in Europe. Moreover, all the recent statements by European leaders show that they are violating the decisions of the Nuremberg Tribunal. That is, de facto, as Torvald so accurately says, they are now dragging European countries into a direct war with Russia. The consequences will be dire, but it doesn't matter to them, because they understand perfectly well that as soon as they lose their political power, their opponents begin investigations, and these people go to prison. They go to prison. And not like Sarkozy for a week, so that he can then travel around France, give lectures, and recount how he suffered. No. Everyone understands